Hi, it's Noelle from Noelle Rollins Arts. I'm going to talk to you today about websites and how to make people want to stay on them and visit them in the first place. So I'm going to give you my top 5 tips from what I have learned about having a great website. So number 1, when people go finally see your website and you spread the word, you've handed out your business cards and you get people to your site, you want them to click that go button or that enter button, your website to pop up, and it just to be right away, have a bang. So to do that, have a great header with your logo, your name, have a picture of yourself even. Let them know who they're visiting. Kind of create the feel that you want them to feel with your company right away on your website. Another thing is, don't make them dig to find a picture of your work. There's nothing worse than seeing all text when you open a website. Let's have right front and center, let's have a beautiful piece of artwork. Or maybe even a couple. I wouldn't go crazy, don't have too many, don't overwhelm them, but having a couple right there is great. And next on your front page, have a 1 or 2 paragraphs, not a whole lot. Put together a 100, 200 words of all about you, about why you're an artist, about some big things that you've done. Tell about yourself a little bit so they get to know you. Now, it's not the time to have a 40-page biography about yourself, but this is the time to do a little bragging, talk about some things you've done, why you're inspired to be an artist, and share that with them. So right away they see your name, your logo, your picture, hopefully, it's welcoming, and then they get to see your work and a little about you. Then, from there they can click your menu and start to go in and see more about you. So right away I would recommend just a great first page that really puts your best foot forward and show off what you got. So step number 2, have rich content. You don't have to have everything you've ever done your whole life on your website. You don't have to have every story or everything, but pick ones that matter and have them on there. And what I like is have the links so that they can click through and view your portfolio, view your about me section, view maybe some past artwork or some things that you've done, some news and events coming up, link to your blog. Make it very clear for them to find their way around. And then when they do get to, let's say, your blog, it's full of things that they fall in love with you even more. They love your view on life. They love, the way that your mind works. They love your artwork, and hopefully you're sharing some of that on your blog if you have one. And they just get to kind of get a little glimpse into your world. So, step 3. Have a updated and relevant website. There is few things more annoying or sad kind of when you're excited to look at someone's site and you click it and you realize it hasn't been updated in years. All the events, this just happened to me actually. This was with a band and I was so excited I saw their link somewhere, and so I clicked on it and all the events they had on their page were from 2011. I was, it's kind of disappointing to feel like nobody's keeping up at all with where they're playing. And now I've gotten to a point where I know that I don't judge someone's success based on a website or their lack of keeping it up. Because I know some very successful people that they just don't keep it up. I guess they're busy doing their thing and stuff. But I think I'm the rarity. I think a lot of people probably do judge that and wonder if they're even in business anymore, or wonder if they're not keeping up with that, or they're keeping up with anything. So I think it's important. You can even, I've seen people on their homepage have just a little tiny part that says website updated, and then a date. So you're constantly, every time you go in and update that, just, you can add a little date change there so people know that your new work is on there, or any new events or new postings are on there. So let me look at my list. Step 4, have it easy to maneuver around. So have things labeled clearly: portfolio, store, about me or about the artist. Have it linked to your blog. You know, in the past there's a few ways to do it. In the past I had a website through Yahoo, and I paid probably $120 or $130 a year for this website. And then I got, with that was for my web hosting. With that, I got a free site builder web app that I could build my website. And it was great. I loved it. It was very easy, drag and drop my pictures in, make a text box, write my words. I could do links and everything. The only thing I was never able to do fully is link it, integrate it right with my blog. So I had a link that would take me to my blog. And that was fine. I don't know if people really knew the difference, that they were going to another site or not. But so I would say just have things clearly labeled and easy to go around. Take out all the clutter, take out tons of links and, many columns across. Try to eliminate where they're having to scroll up and down and side to side. Up and down is okay if they have to, but try not to have them, go all over. They're going to get annoyed and move on before they're going to, go through all that work. So, and lastly, I would say keep your pictures clear, keep your pictures updated, have links that work. Another tip with the links is I have been on many websites that when I click a link that they have on, it takes me to that new site or that new link, but then I leave their website. And so there is a way to have, when you create a link, that new window to open up in a new window or a new tab. So I would recommend doing that. I think most pop-up blockers know the difference nowadays, and it really keeps people so that your window is still open on your website. If I have a link to a newspaper that's done a story on me, and then that person's reading it and they click to that newspaper, now they've left my website. I don't want them to end up leaving my site and not coming back and seeing all the other great things I have to offer. So make that link so that it opens in a new window. I think that'll keep people on your site longer and bouncing around, and then they appreciate too not having to re-find you. The other thing is make it easy by people being able to click a PayPal button or some sort of button to buy your artwork right there. So now, this wouldn't work for everybody. I have a few friends that sell their stuff exclusively, in stores. So they don't sell to the, somebody right one-on-one that would click their website. So their clientele that would visit their website is store owners or people that have bought their great stuff through a store. So instead of trying to sell people on that, they just want to make sure that their website is full of information and why they created the art and the story behind the art, so people get excited about what they've bought. Now, if you are selling work, you want to make it easy. And this is something sometimes artists have a problem with. I know many artists who refuse or don't want to put a price on their work on their website. They feel like it's, I don't know, it's an artist thing or if it's an ego thing, but I've always tried to think of being an artist, it's another business. So you have to kind of follow some of the business rules. You don't walk into a store and if there was no prices on anything, you'd feel like you're about to get kind of screwed over on some prices. And I think people feel the same way about that. You want to know that a price is a price, that someone's not making it up as they go. And so make it easy. If someone likes something, let them click right there and buy it. There's PayPal buttons you can download. There's shopping cart applications you can use. And if you don't have the ability to do that, I know many people that will put a link on their website so people can click right through to another site that sells things for them, like Etsy or Cafe Press, any of those sort of things that people then can go ahead and shop on their, for their goods, but then have all the services like a shopping cart and accept credit cards and all that stuff. So there are ways around it. Just make it easy for people. Don't make them have to send you an email or call you in order to buy something. So those are my top 5 tips to get you started on your website or clean up the website you've got. There's tons of great information out there. I would highly recommend visiting. Leave Lane has a website. Michelle Berg has websites. There are many, many, many all about tips and everything digging deeper into cleaning up your website. So I thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Take time to visit my website if you would. It's www.noellerollinsart.com. And then watch more of my videos. I'm going to be updating all kinds of videos about building your business and doing it in a soulful, authentic way that works for us women. So I hope you'll join me. Thank you.